Hey family, what's good? This is your girl, I'm the Bronze Goddess, and I'm here to do another love and relationship advice video. Now this is called the 5 signs that he is not into you. Now if you missed my previous video, I will be sure to link it below because that video talks about the 5 signs that he is into you. Of course, there are so many more signs and all of that. If you guys want to find out my signs, my tips, my tricks, my advice on dating, all of that, then you need to read my book. It's called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. It's available on Create Space and also on Amazon. I will link it below. Before I get into the 5 signs that he's not into you, I want to tell you guys about this product that I think is pretty interesting, especially if you are single or engaged or married. And there are these bracelets. I have on the married bracelet right here. This was sent to me from a company called Lovtrack. If you guys will notice, it has like a little QR code right there. And what that does is it allows you to, once you download the app, you can keep track of your mate. Whether it's your fiance or if it's your husband, you can communicate with them, you can also track them. I think that's really cool, especially if you're married and you want to spice things up. You can just turn on your QR code and talk to your hubby and tell him to meet you someplace cool, someplace different, like a nice hotel or a spa or something like that. So it's kind of a great way to keep the spice in your relationship, but I think it's especially cool if you're single. Here is the bracelet for the single people. If you're single and you use this app, you can find all the other single Lovtrack users in your area. You can use that to kind of communicate with them. So if you want to meet new people, whether it's for friendships or even something more, you may want to check them out. So like I said, whether you're single, engaged, or married, check out these bracelets. You may find them a little bit interesting, alright? I'll be sure to link them below. Sign number 1 that he's not that into you is that he doesn't make time for you. And you know he has time. You follow him on his social media networks, his Facebook, his Instagram, his Twitter. You see him hanging out with his friends. They're going to baseball games, basketball games, they're going out to eat, they're going to Vegas for the weekend, they're going out for drinks. You see them doing all these different things, but he doesn't have time to call you or to text you back for like 2 or 3 days or to make any dates with you. You know, I feel like with something like this, you know, we all have what I feel like is a life pie. And there's certain things that you allocate bigger slices of your life pie to. For example, family gets a big piece, and your friends, and maybe your career. And maybe for him, being in a committed relationship or trying to see if he can find love or anything like that, it may be a smaller slice of his life pie, if you understand what I'm saying. It's something that he feels is a much less priority. Other things are more important to him. And he's definitely not that into you. Sign number 2 that he's not that into you is his appearance. You know, there's like, I think male peacocks are the ones with the beautiful feathers, and when they're trying to woo a female peacock, they will, you know, spread their feathers out and you can see how beautiful they are, all these gorgeous colors. That's their way of kind of impressing you. If you're realizing that the man that you are interested in is not trying to impress you, whether it's with his appearance or telling you about himself, then he's not that into you. If he's coming over and he hasn't really showered, he doesn't get dressed up, he doesn't shave, he puts no effort at all into his appearance, or even trying to take you somewhere and impress you, then he's just not that into you. Tip number 4 that he's just not that into you is that he flirts or you feel like he's flirting in front of you. Now that's like, for example, if you're out to dinner and the waitress comes over and she's cute and he's like giving her a little bit more attention that you feel that he should. If he's smiling at her, gazing into her eyes while he's placing his order, if he's giving her compliments, you got a pretty smile, you know, I love your eyes, or I love your shirt, I love your hair. If he's doing a whole lot, he almost like ignores you as soon as somebody comes to the table, he's just not that into you. Because if he can be brave enough to do that in front of you, imagine what he's doing behind your back. You know, and even if you just feel like it, so a man like that will typically try to brush it off and say, oh, I'm just trying to be nice. But if you feel like it's flirting and the waitress or whoever is blushing like it's flirting, then it's flirting. You have to call a spade a spade. If he's somebody that makes you feel like you are in competition with all these other women, that's a huge sign that he's just not that into you. Tip number 5 that he may not be into you is that he runs at the first sign of commitment. Whenever he thinks things are about to get serious, he takes off. Whether you want to meet his friends and family or you're asking him to meet yours, and he just shuts down. He doesn't want to define your relationship. He doesn't want to call you boyfriend and girlfriend. He says things like, what does it matter? We both know what we have. Or why would he want to change things? Things are working the way that they are. Whenever you're trying to take the relationship to the next level and he runs from that, he may not be that into you. The thing about it is, I feel like, and I've done this before when I've dated, I feel like sometimes when we're really into somebody, we tend to give men way too many excuses. Oh, he's just shy. Oh, he's just not ready right now. But I'll tell you, men are not nearly as complicated as we make them out to be. If a man wants you, there should be no doubt. This is a bonus one. you should never ever question your relationship. If he makes you question what you have and he allows you to has it be so vague that you have no idea what's going on, you have no idea if you're his girl, he acts like he's your boyfriend and he seems like he's your boyfriend but he won't quite say it, all those kinds of things, those are signs that he's just not that into you. If he really cares about you, he won't allow you to be confused. He will make his intentions towards you clear. So if you have to second guess it and doubt it and wonder and scratch your head and be like, I think we go together, then y'all don't go together, okay? Anyway, that has been it from my tips and tricks for 5 signs and a bonus that he is not that into you. Be sure to check out my book. It's called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. Available in Create Space and Amazon. I'll link it below. And also keep track of your mate, keep track of your boo, and meet new people. You can check out Lovtrack. I will link them below as well. Huge shouts out to them for sending me this and for sponsoring this video. I love you guys and I'll see you in the next video. Till next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces, honey.